Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope you all are doing fine and I hope you're good today. Today we will have suffix and first you have to log in using the aplusstudent.com. Alright, so this lesson is for the high school advance. So we will get it under the grade 9. You click on grade 9, you can see suffix and chapter is suffix. Lesson would be words with full and words with less. All right, so let's start now. A suffix can be added to the end of a base word. So, end of a base word. So, when it's added to the end of a base word, it creates a new word. Okay? So, that's the importance of the suffix. They're added to the end of the base word, which creates a new word. Okay? Knowing the meaning of a suffix can help you determine the meaning of a word. The suffix full means having, showing or cussing. So the suffix full means having, showing or cussing. So you need to understand that it means having something, showing something or cussing something. All right? So let's look at some examples. When is it more important to be truthful? When you are under oath in a courtroom or when you're writing a short story? So it's important to be truthful when you're under oath in a courtroom. And who has a forceful personality? A bossy person or a timid person? So it has to be what? Timid or bossy. So it will be bossy because a bossy person shows a strong personality. Which are you most likely to feel doubtful about? A story that seems exaggerated or a story that seems accurate? So if you're doubtful, then it has to be a story that seems exaggerated. So if it's too exaggerated, maybe you can have a doubt and say, this is probably fake. All right. So we'll move on to the test and you can share your answers with me if you know them. So, who is a less successful writer? Someone who has published many popular books or someone who cannot get any books published? What do you think is the right one here? Alright, so someone who cannot get any books published is less successful. Now, who is hid full of danger? Someone who is reckless or someone who is cautious? What do you think? Alright, someone who is cautious is hid full of danger. Okay. So, who has a more forceful personality? A bossy person or a timid person? So, we have a bossy person. So, which experience is less likely to be described as delightful? A day at the beach or a trip to the dentist? So, delight is which is less likely to be delightful? It will be what? A trip to the dentist is less likely to be delightful. So, when is it more important to be truthful? When you're under oath in a courtroom or when you're writing a short story? All right, so when you're under an oath in a courtroom, all right, so we have why might a certain task be stressful? Because it is urgent or because it is relaxing? All right, so because it is urgent, it could be stressful. All right, so we have how would you feel after a restful day? Exhausted or recharged? So you'd feel recharged after a restful day. So recharged. Whose performance is more likely to be described as artful? An amateur violinist or professional violinist? All right, so we have a professional violinist. If you had an eventful day, how might you describe it? Exciting or boring? So, eventful day will be exciting. All right. Okay, so we have who is less skillful, professional athlete or an amateur athlete? So, less skillful will be what? An amateur athlete. Okay, so how does a dutiful student do his homework? Thoroughly or carelessly? Alright, so dutiful student does his homework what? Thoroughly. Alright, so that's it for words with full. We'll move on to the next one, which is words with less. So, suffix can be added to the end of a base word, just like we've said earlier on, and it creates a new word. So, knowing the meaning of a suffix can help you determine the meaning of a word. Now, the suffix less means without. If you see less, means without. All right. So, take note that the suffix less is all about without. So, which account less? The stars in the night sky or the planets in the solar. So which is totally countless, impossible. It will be what? The stars in the night sky. Alright, so which describes a seamless transition, awkward and jarring or smooth and undisturbed. It's gonna be smooth and uninterrupted. Okay. Alright, so if someone is working at a breathless pace, how is it? How is he working? Slowly or quickly? Quickly. That means he's working at a breathless pace, very fast. Okay, so we'll move on to the test. All right. So we have who is a tireless advocate for a cause? Someone who helps out occasionally or someone who is devoted? What do you think? So we have someone who is devoted, who work tirelessly. So which is more mindful? So which is a more mindful activity? Washing dishes or playing chess? So which is the mindless activity here? Hi, do you mean the grade 5 maths for tomorrow or when? So mindless, what will we say? Washing dishes. Oh, who is often described as selfless? Benedict Arnold or Mother Teresa? All right. Selfless is Mother Teresa. So, who is aimless? Someone with nothing to do or someone with a to do list? Who is aimless? All right, so someone with nothing to do is aimless because there's nothing doing. All right, so we have which behavior might be described as shameless? Repeatedly lying to a friend or repeatedly helping out a friend? All right, so repeatedly lying to a friend is a shameless behavior, okay? So why would you leave a lifeless party? Because you're tired or because you're bored? All right, so lifeless party will be because you are bored, okay? So which describes a seamless transition, awkward and jarring or smooth and uninterrupted? All right, so smooth and uninterrupted. Okay, so which do we have a limitless supply of, sunlight or gemstones? What do you think? Limitless would be what? So if we say gemstones, that's wrong, but we have a limitless supply of stone because it's like, unending. What is a hopeless cook more likely to buy? Fresh ingredients for a new recipe she's trying, or frozen meals she doesn't need to prepare herself. So, what does a hopeless cook do? All right, so we have frozen meal she doesn't need to prepare herself. That's a hopeless cook. Whose effort could be called thankless? A Samaritan, a sanitational worker, or an award-winning author. So, which effort could be called thankless? Okay, a sanitation worker. All right, that's it for a lesson on the suffix. We have one more lesson and we will complete that the next time we meet. Can you tell me if you have any questions or not? All right, so since we have no question, we will end here for today. See you all next time. Bye, everyone.